prepare for trouble. Meowth and I are looking to steal some items. Well, actually, I'm looking to steal some items because I'm bringing Hoopa-Unbound to the ladder. She's just here for the ride. Like me, Hoopa looks like it might get stuck within a window, but we don't judge here, and that might also have something to do with the fact that Hoopa is canonically 21 feet tall. So, yeah, this thing's about 4 times my size. But unlike me, Hoopa is a lot more skilled at stealing items thanks to its ability Magician. So basically, when Hoopa doesn't have an item, it will take an item away from something that it attacks. So that's going to be really fun since the Psychic Seed is a very, very consumable item, and we have Indeedee on this team. I'm running mixed Hoopa here. I think it could be potentially dangerous for an opponent. Will this work? I don't know. I kind of want it to work because I have some other Pokemon on the docket that are a little bit questionable. And I think they're going to be a lot harder to use than Hoopa, so I really want to see Hoopa work here. One of those Pokemon may or may not be Deoxys. But what does the team do? Well, Hoopa here is going to be looking to get some Tailwind support from Tornadus to go for some big damage. And it also occurred to me, too, that Power Herb Phantom Force might be funny, so we might try that later on. Not in this video, but maybe down the road we might try Power Herb Phantom Force on a physical set. But Hoopa does have Trick here, so in case we do steal an item we don't like, we can switch it with something else. And, you know, maybe we might steal something that's a little bit useless for Hoopa that our opponents might not like either. Like, maybe if we can steal a Specs off something and then put it on an Incineroar, that could be funny. We have Indeedee here with some redirection support with Follow Me and Rocky Helmet. We have Trick Room if we need it, and Alluring Voice to do a little bit of damage. And we also have Protect. When I was trying this team out, I dropped Protect in favor of Helping Hand, but unfortunately, Indeedee not being able to dodge some attacks was kind of a little bit tricky for the team. So, yeah. Originally, too, I did try running a Koraidon Sun variant with the team, and I just found the team didn't really have as much bulk as I would have liked. So we're going to mix things up with Kyogre and Tornadus here. So we have Tornadus with Speed Control with the Tailwind. We have Bleak Windstorm because it's Tornadus and Kyogre. You don't not run Bleak Windstorm. I mean, you could make a case for Hurricane, but we have the Bleak Windstorm because it could potentially lower something's speed as well. We have Mystic Water Kyogre with Water Spout and Origin Pulse. We have Ice Beam to hit some dragon types that would otherwise resist water type attacks. And the nice thing here too is because we have Psychic Terrain on the field, if we do run into Terra Normal Extreme Speed Arceus, which I did run into while testing the team, the Psychic Terrain can be used to stop the Extreme Speed, so that is a fun little bit of tech. We have Urshifu Rapid here with Stellar Terra, and then this way we can do some big damage to stuff. We also have a Choice Band on this Urshifu as well, so we're basically looking to get as much damage as possible off. We can have a Stellar boosted Close Combat or U-Turn, and honestly, the Stellar boosted U-Turn is not a bad thing either, because if we can get some really good chip damage while pivoting out, that could be handy, especially with the Choice Band further boosting up Urshifu's power. And then we have Aqua Jet for a little bit of priority when Psychic Terrain is not up on the field, and we have Surging Strikes to just punish things. Our very first hit with a Stellar boosted type attack is going to hit really hard, and then the Choice Band is going to just make sure that we don't just immediately drop back down to base power. So we do have that. And then finally, we have Incineroar with Safety Goggles to get around Spore and Rage Powder, and we have Flare Blitz for a little bit of fire type coverage to hit some grass types in case we do run into some things that might want to threaten Kyogre. We have Knockoff to remove items from stuff, and then we have basically what Incineroar likes to do, Fake Out and Parting Shot. So that is the team in a nutshell. Take it away, Hoopa. Let's jump into some battles. All right, we have Ice Rider with Magearna, Grimmsnarl, Urshifu, Annihilate, and Smeargle. Okay, so Final Gambit Annihilate can be really bad for my team, but at the same time, Water Spout Tailwind looks nice to get around that. Hoopa is a slow-ish Pokemon, so I mean, it might be alright, but I don't see any anti-priority, so I mean, maybe a little bit of priority off of Urshifu might be okay. I'm going to bring Indeedee. I'm going to bring these 4. I'm going to leave Incineroar and Urshifu on the bench. What I need to do, and I'm really hoping they don't lead Magearna Ape and just go Final Gambit Scarf. Well, actually, that might be okay, because, I mean, I don't see any Wide Guard. What I kind of need to do is I need the Tailwind, I need Water Spout, get some big damage, because that Annihilate has got to be Scarfed. But really, if Grim and Magearna come in, Magearna can set up Trick Room, which could be scary, depending on how much investment this thing has. Urshifu could be a little bit scary too, but I don't see a Tailwind mode. I can see Scary Face off Grim or Thunderwave. Thunderwave could be bad for Kyogre, but Hoopa wouldn't have to worry too much about that. Yeah, okay. This might be alright. It is Ape and Calyrex. Okay. Okay. I do like that. I like that a lot. My Tailwind, while it's going to be really questionable, I mean, I should be able to get the Water Spout. And in theory, that should do a lot of damage to the Annihilate. Good thing, too, Annihilate and Final Gambit are not a priority set. That would be terrifying. Priority Final Gambit. We're going to get Terra. Okay. Is this Calyrex? It is Calyrex. Okay. What is your Terra? It's Terra Water. Okay, so you're going to resist this. You're probably going to get your Trick Room up. But that's alright. I don't love having to go Tailwind to get the Annihilate, because they're going to go for the Trick Room. But, I mean, if I can get the Annihilate off the field and get a considerable amount of damage off. Interesting. Okay, Annihilate is sashed, so it's not Scarf. So I could have just gone for the Water Spout. Oh, it's Coaching. Okay, that's scary too. Alright. And there's the Glacial Lance. Alright. Kyogre gets to live. Alright. That's not bad. What I could do... I can Hyperspace Fury and Water Spout. And I don't think that's enough to break. I don't think that's enough to break it. I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pivot in Indeedee. I have Tailwind up. Expanding Force will hit both of these Pokemon. And it's a physical defense, not a special defense boost that Calyrex got. So, in theory, and I say this lightly, depending on how much damage Hoopa can do with the Expanding Force, I might be alright. But Calyrex is at +2 attack, which is terrifying too. I kind of need to preserve Kyogre. I need to see how much damage Hoopa can do. But yeah, getting Indeedee up and being able to have the Follow Me support might be alright for Hoopa in the back. Yeah. Oh, Calyrex is just going to hard switch. Alright. Alright. Expanding Force could be really nice here. Oh, it's Magearna. Alright. Yeah, that's fair. But I do have a special defense boost from the Psychic Seed. Soul Heart is going to activate, giving Magearna a special attack boost. And interesting, I got a Mental Herb. They must have been worried about Taunt. Alright. Grimmsnarl comes in here. Alright. What I'm going to do... I'm going to Phantom Force. And... I have two turns of Tailwind left. I'm just going to Alluring Voice into the Grimmsnarl. Yeah, there's the light screen. If they set Trick Room this turn, great. Because Hoopa's going to hide. We get Alluring Voice off into Grimm, so there's a little bit of chip damage. There's the Trick Room, so now Hoopa's actually going to be slower than Magearna. And what I want to do, I just want to undo Trick Room. Yeah, if I can undo Trick Room and I can get Magearna to eat a Water Spout, I mean, that's okay. Like, Kyogre still has a good chunk of HP left. And plus... Oh, you don't... Okay, alright, you're gonna eat this. Nice, alright. Spirit Break into Indeedee is not great, but I mean, Grim's going to take some chip. I'm going to undo Trick Room right here. Yeah, this is going to be okay. All right. So, there's the Phantom Force. We broke the protection right there from Protect, and now we've undone Trick Room. So now, what I can do is I could technically rinse and repeat. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I don't mind that. But at the same time, just trying to get some damage off into Magearna might be okay. I could go Terra Ghost, so that I'm not weak to Floor Cannon. I think I'm going to Expanding Force, and I think I'm just going to Alluring Voice into Magearna. And I think if I remember right, Magearna is base 60 speed, and Indeedee is technically base 80? Maybe 85? So I might just be able to outspeed this. So let's see how much damage I can do to Magearna. Not a lot. Alright. Yeah, Indeedee's doing absolutely negative numbers right there. But, I mean, at least... Yikes, that's a lot of damage into Hoopa. At least I'm no longer weak to I'm no longer weak to the fairy type attacks right there. We're gonna Phantom Force, and I think we're just gonna protect Indeedee right here. And I'm fairly certain Hoopa actually moved before Grimmsnarl there, so yeah, okay. Protect off of Magearna is nice to see. I'll Phantom Force. We'll dodge Spirit Break. Psychic Terrain is now gone. Not that that matters. I'm just going to follow me to pull away... just to pull away a potential... just to pull away a potential Spirit Break and get some chip damage into Grim, because I'm not really doing any damage to it. And if I can get Kyogre back in safely and soundly, that might be alright. So, yeah. I might be able to knock out Magearna and then just try to chip away at Calyrex. Reflect is not going to be doing me any favors now, but, I mean, this might be enough. We do have Terra. So, yeah, that's nice. Alright. We got the Magearna off the field, which is a terrifying thing to see. And... Follow me and Phantom Force might be okay as well. They're Terra Water, which is not ideal. But you know what? I'm just gonna go for a little bit of chip damage off into the Calyrex. We'll go for Phantom Force. If Calyrex sets up Trick Room, I'm going to be in an okay-ish position too, because Calyrex will then move before Hoopa. Grimmsnarl taking out Indeedee is going to be nice, because now Calyrex doesn't get a boost. They might just Trick Room. And if they do, that is a little bit scary, but it's not the end of the world. There's the Glacial Lance, so no Trick Room. Nice. Kyogre can come in. And I think what Kyogre needs to do more than anything is just go for the accuracy and hit Water Spout. And depending on how much damage I can do to Calyrex, I mean, Kyogre might be okay. And honestly, a Mystic Water boosted Water Spout into Grimmsnarl is not the end of the world either. Oh! We do not pick up. Oh, we do not pick up that Grimmsnarl. Okay. Trick Room goes up here. I'm in trouble. That Light Screen came in clutch. There's High Horsepower coming out. That leaves me with 12 HP. Can Origin Pulse do it? Can Origin Pulse do it here, ladies and gentlemen? Probably not, but we connect. So close. Oh, Hoopa. Well, not Hoopa, Kyogre. If they missed the high horsepower too, that would have been nice. But yeah, it is what it is. That was a really good back and forth. I don't like that. I don't like that we ended up not picking up the Grimmsnarl there. Water Spout was just a little bit too weakened by the HP that Kyogre had lost. But I mean, we got Magirna off the field. Hoopa was able to do some back and forth. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good back and forth between myself and my opponent there. Although we do lose, it was a close game. Good game to my opponent. This feels like a good time for a tangent. Pokemon is a complex game with plenty of moving parts, thus making the game ever-changing and far more complex than you might realize. It doesn't matter whether you're simply just talking about team building or if you're actually taking part in battle. There are several moving parts that you need to take into account for, and that can be your EV spreads, your type weaknesses, your item choice, what your opponent's shirt might say. Okay, maybe not that one, but case in point, there are plenty of moving parts that you do need to take into consideration while playing the game, and thus it can be a bit complicated at times. I mean, hey, that's what makes the game so fun in the first place. But you know what doesn't have to be overly complicated and complex? Protecting your online security. And that's where today's partner, NordVPN, comes into play. By connecting to their servers, Nord encrypts your ISP, thus making your digital footprint a lot harder to trace, which is just wonderful. And on top of that, they have a built-in ad blocker, so you don't have to worry when you're surfing the web on your phone and clicking into those pesky pop-up ads with your chunky fingers. I mean, hey, phone screens are not that big to begin with, and I don't need to be seeing what my local car dealership has on sale this week. I want to see the good stuff. I want to see the Pokemon. I don't want to see what my car dealership's trying to sell me. But getting back on track, Nord also protects up to 10 different devices at once, which is wonderful because you don't have to worry about being locked into just one singular device with your subscription plan. You can use your laptop, you can use your phone, you can use a tablet. I'm ready to go to different devices to think of. I don't really know people with 10 different devices. I don't live that bougie life. But if you got an extra phone, baby, I don't know. Listen, guys. I microwave my nachos. I am far from bougie. Yeah, we just got painfully real here. But you know what is real and also assuring? Nord's Threat Protection Pro. This is wonderful because it flags websites hosting malware and stops you from entering them, which, I mean, talk about convenient, right? You don't have to worry about your data getting stolen by accidentally clicking into a website that you might think is safe. Once when I was doing some research for a discussion video, I actually landed on one such website, and Nord was there to stop me and said, hey, some things seem a little out of place. You might not want to use this one here, buddy. And so I backed out of it and didn't have to worry about my data getting stolen, which is just wonderful. And if that sounds enticing to you, I have good news. I have a discount link for a 2-year plan. Be sure to use my link, nordvpn.com/shucko, for a wonderful 70+% on a 2-year plan. How great does that sound? I think it sounds pretty darn good myself, but I might be a little bit biased on the matter. So use my link, nordvpn.com/shucko, to get yourself a wonderful discount on a 2-year plan. Still not convinced? Well, Nord also has their dark web monitor, which also scours the internet looking for those hideout places for those in real life Team Rocket members looking to profit off of your potentially stolen data. And if Nord does find your data out there on the dark web, it does alert you so you can take appropriate action. Use my link, nordvpn.com/shucko, to not only support my channel, but to strengthen your online security. And if you don't like it, well, Nord is all about that customer satisfaction. So within 30 days of purchase, if you aren't happy, Nord does have a 30-day back money guarantee. So honestly, where's the harm in trying it? It's a win-win for both of us. Thank you to Nord for partnering with me for this video. And thank you for checking out my link, nordvpn.com/shucko. Now, back to the video. Okay, we've got Arceus and Shadow Rider. All right. Raging Bolt, Incineroar, and Torn. Okay, I like the look of this team. Hoopa being able to do some big damage is nice, especially whereas it's gonna be neutral to Astral Barrage. I can't protect. That is one scary thing with Hoopa. But Torn, Hoopa, Kyo, and Indeedee is looking pretty nice because I can get speed with Torn. I can Hyperspace Fury if I need it. I can also, and this is the important one, I can also bring in Psychic Terrain if I'm worried about Hoopa taking a fake out. But maybe what I do, maybe I leave Kyogre Torn. Because I can always protect Kyogre from fake out and just have Bleak Wind go off. I mean, Rillaboom Raging Bolt would hard threaten Kyogre, but I mean, that might work. You know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try leading Kyogre and Torn first. See how much damage I can get off. If I can fake out, or not fake out, if I can dodge a fake out off Rillaboom and Incineroar, maybe even get a Tailwind up and then start Water Spouting, maybe we're okay. It's going to be Shadow Rider and Torn. So, what I could just do, I could just go straight Bleak Wind. I could Tera Dark Bleak Wind maybe with Torn. And then that way I resist Astral Barrage. And then this way too, if I'm worried about Tornadus trying to taunt me, I don't have to worry about that. If they just go Tailwind, that's fine. I think what I do, I think I just Ice Beam. I think I Tera Dark and Bleak Wind, try to get a little bit of chip damage off. And then maybe if I have to get the Tailwind up, I can. Like, I don't think that's a horrible idea. And plus, I mean, Torn's going to now resist the Astral Barrage, which is nice, so Kyogre took that okay as well. And I think we're just going to get a Bleak Wind Storm out of the Torn as well. Also, that's really nice to see the Calyrex get the speed drop. Does Kyogre get a speed drop? No, it does not. And we also get to land the Ice Beam. Nice. Okay. So, I think I need Tailwind. And I think I need to get Hoopa in here soon. Yeah. Yeah, that could be nice. The other thing, too, Torn is now grounded. If they lead Arceus, I think I just switch Kyogre into Indeedee, Tailwind, and then I let Hoopa come in afterwards. Raging Bolt comes in here. Okay. I don't love Thunderclap, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to Tailwind. Not Hoopa, Indeedee. I want to switch, or I want to save Hoopa. I want to get Expanding Force off, too. Yeah, if we can get Expanding Force off and maybe steal whatever Calyrex has, like, I don't think I saw Life Orb. So if it's Sashed, I mean, that's not bad either. Yeah, having a Sash might be okay. Snarl could be gross, too, but, I mean, Hoopa doesn't really care about that, whereas it's got the... Whereas it's got the mixed attack. Indeedee's going to dodge this. Torn goes down, but I mean, Torn can basically be okay. Or well, Torn can faint right now. It's done what it needs to do. It can go down knowing it did what it needed to do. We got our speed up. We can get Hoopa in. We can Expanding Force. We can Hyperspace Fury if we need to. Yeah, and the other thing too is like Indeedee took the Thunderbolt rather well. I think this should make my opponent burn their Tera on the Calyrex. And if it's not Tera Dark, I'm in an okay position. Because Hoopa does have really good special defense at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm going to Expanding Force, and I'm just going to try to get a little bit of chip damage off of the Calyrex. Oh, Calyrex is going to switch out even better. All right. Is it Rillaboom? Yeah, it's Rillaboom. Okay. Well, I do like getting to do the damage to the Raging Bolt, at least. Alright, we're getting Terra out of my opponent here. Okay. Terra Electric. Okay, you know what? This is still going to be neutral to Raging Bolt. I don't mind that, and I do have my... Yeah, that's going to hurt. Oh, but it's into Indeedee. Okay. Okay. Let's see right here. How much does Expanding Force do to Raging Bolt? Not much. Okay. Which makes sense, because, you know, Psychic Train is gone. Alright, let's do this. Let's go for the Hyperspace Fury, because that's probably an Assault-Vested Rillaboom. They might just Thunderclap Fake Out, so I think I can just protect Kyogre right here. Hoopa does have the speed on Rillaboom too, which is nice. Okay. So, if I can steal the Assault Vest from Rillaboom, I might be able to justify getting some damage. I don't like the defense drop, though, in the face of Rillaboom. But I did steal an Assault Vest, so alright. How well does Hoopa take this with +1 and an Assault Vest? Surprisingly well, okay. I think now what I do, because I think they might just... They might still just Thunderclap me. I think what I can do... I think I eat a Grassy Glide and a Thunderclap, which is probably going to be enough to knock out both these Pokemon, unfortunately. But I think I'm going to try... I think I'm going to try to cheese out a Phantom Force, and I think I'm going to try to get the Ice Beam off. Here comes the Thunderclap. It's got to be Kyogre, because there's no way Hoopa's taking any damage off that. Yeah. I do move before the Rillaboom, which is nice. Alright. So, let's see. That was a U-turn. Alright. Hoopa's going to dodge that. Let's see how much damage the Hoopa can do to the Raging Bolt. This is going to be Hoopa's final stand here, but you know what? Oh, interesting. My Tailwind's gone too now, so... Rillaboom? Oh, no, I'm still faster. Okay. Okay, that was a crit, but I mean, that was still some damage. There's the U-turn off into Hoopa, and unfortunately, that's 4 times super effective. Yeah, okay. You know what? That's fair. Well, I hope that was fun. Yeah, definitely didn't love how that boiled down, but I mean, hey, we got to do some fun stuff. We got to steal the Assault Vest. We are at -1 defense. Yeah. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Moving on. Okay, we have Diancie and Meloetta as our mythical pairing, and we got Cinderace, Hatterene, Latios, and Ogerpon Wellspring. Okay, so a lot of Pokemon I haven't really seen a whole lot of, well, except for Cinderace and Sword and Shield, but I mean, this is an interesting combination here. Expanding Force looks like it could be fun, actually. They do have the Trick Room mode with the Hatterene. They have the Ogerpon with the Follow Me support. I think Indeedee, Hoopa are a nice combination. Actually, they don't really have a means of removing terrain. I think what I do is I lead Urshifu. I think I bring in Hoopa. And I don't mind Kyogre. Outside of that Ogerpon, yeah, outside of Ogerpon, like, Kyogre looks really nice. So, like, if I can Follow Me and Terra Stellar close combat the Ogerpon, or even just close combat with the Choice Band Ogerpon, that might be okay. Ogerpon and Diancie, okay. Now, Diancie, I think, can get Trick Room, and I do know it can get Body Press, which can be a bit scary. But I think I'm just going to follow me. I think I'm just going to close combat right into the Ogre Pond. Like, Specs, or not Specs, Bandit close combat should be okay here. And I don't mind if Indeedee does follow me away and attack from Diancie. Diancie is a special attacker, so this could be just a Dazzling Gleam. But we get rid of Ogerpon, which is great news for Kyogre. So if they want Trick Room, I can just pivot out Urshifu. Yeah, I can just pivot out Urshifu and switch. Honestly, trying to undo the Trick Room with Indeedee might be okay too. Meloetta comes in here. Okay. I'm going to Trick Room, and I'm just going to switch in Kyo. I'm going to try to save Urshifu for now, and then this way Urshifu can do a lot of damage with Surging Strikes. And even if I have to pop the Stellar button to pick up something, I mean, we can be in an okay position. Diancie's signature move, Diamond Storm, does have the potential to raise defense, and I don't remember if it's physical or special. There's Body Press into Indeedee, which Indeedee's going to take okay. Rocky Helmet is going to come in rather nicely. Kyogre's going to eat this Psychic. Yep, Kyogre did indeed eat the Psychic, and we undid the Trick Room. So now I'm thinking it's Water Spout time and Follow Me time. I think that's what we do here. Also, I really don't want to lose Psychic Train before Hoopa gets in, so I might have to think about trying to get Hoopa in sooner rather than later. We're going to get Terra out of my opponent, so maybe Diancie to drop the water weakness. Fighting, okay. You're going to be neutral to this, and I love that. I love that for us. And having a Hoopa with the Ghost typing is nice, too. So, there's a Hyper Voice. Ooh, that's actually a good amount off Meloetta. Oh, Throat Spray, too. Okay, that's gross. Special attack boost. I probably should have just went for the Origin Pulse at this point, but I mean... Yeah, I probably should have just went for the Origin Pulse. But I mean, if I lose Kyogre and I get to keep Indeedee, that's okay. No, I get to keep... I get to keep Kyo. Okay. Do I think either of these get Wide Guard? No, I don't. I do not think that at all. So maybe Expanding Force is the way to go. Terra Ghost looks really nice to get around the Hyper Voice and Body Press. So I think I'm going to Expanding Force. And I think I'm just going to Origin Pulse with Kyogre. Meloetta was faster too, which is a little bit scary. Which means Hoopa might be in a scary position too. But I mean, if Hoopa can land this Expanding Force, that should be okay for dealing with the Diancie. Yeah, Hoopa might be okay here with Terra Ghost. Now, if they called the Terra and went Psychic into Hoopa, I mean, that might hurt too, but no, they just went Hyper Voice. So that's probably Kyogre right there. Yeah, that's Kyogre. Okay. But I do have Urshifu, and when the Psychic Terrain wears off, I do have Aqua Jet. So yeah, there goes Diancie. So no Body Press for you, no Trick Room for you either. It's also very good to know that Meloetta is faster than my Hoopa. And I got a Covert Cloak, okay. Looks like I still have the Psychic Terrain. So, what I can do, I could potentially just Hyperspace Fury. Oh, I really want to Hyperspace Fury that Latios. And I think Bandit Surging Strikes is okay. Nice. We're actually faster. Great. All right. So Latios can threaten Urshifu, but I mean, Hoopa should be all right. Yeah, Hoopa should be all right here. All right. Hyperspace Fury. Let's go. One shot. Nice. Thank you, Hoopa. All right. That Latias definitely didn't see that coming. But hey, it worked. It finally worked. I have had a rough time between practice games and this, so yeah, I feel very vindicated for playing that last game right there. Good game to my opponent. Hoopa might have spent a good portion of this video blasting off into space, but thank you guys so much for checking out this Hoopa team in action. I had some fun playing with it despite all the losses, and you know, Hoopa did get to come in and have that final say against both the Latias with Hyperspace Fury and the Expanding Force into the Terra fighting Diancie. So overall, I think it was worth the suffering. Let me know what you think of Hoopa down in the comments below. I still think this Pokemon does have some potential. I don't know if mixed Hoopa is the way to go. I think maybe physical or special devoted Hoopa might be better. But I think Hoopa does have the potential to be devastating. And I don't know, maybe it's just the Gen 6 nostalgia coming out because I used to struggle against this thing back in the day, so maybe that's why. But let me know what you think of the team in general down in the comments below. If you have some suggestions on how to adjust it, whether it be maybe changing Urshifu's item or maybe Hoopa's moveset, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Also, thank you to NordVPN once again for partnering with me for this video. Be sure to check out my link, nordvpn.com/Shucko, to not only support my channel, but to also enhance your online security and show that your online security knows no bounds. Anyways, thank you guys once again so much for checking out the video. So see you later. All right, Hyperspace Fury, let's go. One shot. Nice.